Have you ever wondered if your boss might be a psychopath? Well, hold on to your seats because we're diving headfirst into the intriguing world of psychopathy. It's a fascinating realm where many traits commonly associated with success are also shared by psychopaths. From the charismatic charm to the cool under-pressure demeanor. Curious? We bet you are. So buckle up and prepare for an enlightening journey as we delve deep into the world of psychopaths. Stay tuned as we delve into the world of psychopaths. First off, our psychopath buddies often lack empathy. Now, empathy, that's a word we throw around a lot, isn't it? It's the ability to understand and share the feelings of others, to put yourself in someone else's shoes. But for our psychopath friends, those shoes might as well be on the moon. They just don't get it. Think of it this way. Imagine a CEO, let's call him Mr. Coldheart. Now, Mr. Coldheart has to make a decision. On one hand, he could increase profits for the company, but on the other hand, it might mean laying off a lot of hard-working employees. A tough choice, right? But for Mr. Coldheart, it's as easy as pie. The employees' feelings, their livelihoods, they just don't factor into his equation. So next time your boss doesn't seem to care about your feelings, remember this trait. Next up, the psychopath's best friend, superficial charm. Picture it. A politician with a glint in his eye, a dazzling smile that lights up the room, and a charisma that could sway even the most skeptical voter. He's adored by the masses despite a laundry list of questionable behavior. But here's the thing. That charm, that immediate likability, it's all a carefully constructed facade. A psychopath's charm is a tool, a means to an end, used to manipulate and control those around them. It's like a magician's trick, designed to distract you from the reality behind the illusion. Psychopaths are masters of charm, using it to win over, influence, and then exploit those who fall under their spell. So if you ever find yourself dazzled by someone's charm, take a step back and look a little closer. Remember, not all that glitters is gold. Ever met someone who thinks they're the bee's knees? They might be a psychopath. Now, we're diving into the trait of grandiosity. Picture this. A celebrity basking in the limelight, convinced they're the best thing since sliced bread. Their ego could fill a stadium, their self-worth rivals the height of Mount Everest. They're not just confident, oh no, they see themselves as unparalleled, superior to all. But here's the kicker. Their grandiose self-perception is often unanchored from reality. They believe they're exceptional, even when their achievements don't match up. This inflated sense of self-worth, folks, is a classic sign of a psychopath. And it's not just celebrities. It could be your boss, your neighbor, or that guy at the gym who insists he can bench press a small car. So, if you know someone who thinks they're the next big thing, beware. Now let's talk about manipulation, shall we? When we think of a psychopath, the image of a cunning con artist often comes to mind. And you wouldn't be wrong to make that association. You see, psychopaths are masters of manipulation. They play with emotions like a virtuoso plays a violin, expertly pulling at the heartstrings to get what they want. Imagine a scenario where a charming individual crosses your path. They shower you with compliments, make you feel special, yet all the while, they're planning to swindle you out of your life savings. They'll craft an elaborate tale of woe, subtly leading you to believe that you're their only hope. And before you realize it, you're caught in their web of deceit, manipulated into acting against your best interests. Manipulation is a dangerous tool in the hands of a psychopath, so always remember to be vigilant. Watch out for those sweet talkers. Ever made a rash decision? You might share a trait with a psychopath. Now, onto impulsivity. It's a hallmark of our daredevil friends, the psychopaths. This trait often manifests in a psychopath's inability to resist a thrill or a risk, no matter how dangerous or foolhardy it may seem to the rest of us. Imagine a daredevil stunt performer. They're always seeking the next big adrenaline rush, aren't they? Whether it's jumping off skyscrapers, racing down winding roads on a motorcycle, or even free-diving in shark-infested waters, this might seem like audacity or bravery to some. But in reality, it's just an inability to control impulses. It's not about the thrill of the stunt. It's about the inability to resist the urge to perform it. Impulsivity in psychopaths can lead to reckless behavior, danger, and even harm to themselves and others. So, next time you fancy leaping off a cliff, remember this. So think twice before leaping off that cliff. Feeling guilt after eating that last slice of pizza? You're probably not a psychopath. Now, let's dive into the seventh trait of a psychopath, a distinct lack of remorse. This means they don't feel guilt or regret about their actions, no matter how much they hurt others. Imagine a professional athlete who's been caught doping. Instead of feeling guilty or ashamed, they deny the allegations and even go as far as to blame others. They might even engage in a smear campaign against those who exposed them, all without a hint of remorse. This lack of guilt isn't because they don't understand the concept of right and wrong. They do, but their understanding is purely intellectual. They know they've done something wrong, but they just don't care. They don't feel bad about it. So next time you feel guilty, remember, it's a good thing. It just proves you're not a psychopath. Ever met someone who seems to have a heart of stone? Let's delve into shallow emotions, a common trait among psychopaths. Picture a reality TV star. Let's call him John. John's the life of the party, always with a smile on his face, a laugh on his lips. But when the cameras stop rolling, that laughter fades. His smiles don't quite reach his eyes. He's indifferent to the emotional roller coaster that others are riding on. He's just not that invested. His reactions are often out of sync with the situation. A tragic event might leave him unfazed, while a minor inconvenience could set him off. This emotional flatness, this inability to truly feel and connect with emotions, is a hallmark of psychopathy. It's not that they don't have emotions, it's just that they're shallow, fleeting. So next time you see someone not shedding a tear during a sad movie, keep an eye on them. Got a 5-year plan? You're one up on a psychopath. Now we meander into the realm of long-term goals, or in the case of a psychopath, the lack thereof. You see, psychopaths aren't the best when it comes to planning for the future. They tend to live in the moment, often bouncing from one situation to the next, with little thought of the consequences. Consider, for instance, a person who can't seem to hold down a job. They drift from one position to another, always seeking the next thrill or opportunity, but never quite settling down. This isn't due to a lack of skills or competence, but rather a lack of long-term vision. In the world of a psychopath, the future is a nebulous concept, something that doesn't hold much weight. They're more interested in the here and now, the immediate gratification. So, if you've got your life mapped out for the next few years, take a moment to pat yourself on the back. So keep planning ahead, it's good for you. Ever had a friend who always seems to need something from you? Now imagine that on a grand scale, and you've got a glimpse into the parasitic lifestyle of a psychopath. This trait is all about living off others, exploiting their goodwill, and giving nothing back. Let's consider the classic couch surfer, for instance. This person isn't just crashing on your sofa for a few nights. Oh no, they've made your home their kingdom. They eat your food, use your Netflix account, and don't even think about contributing. And when you finally gather the courage to confront them, they've already charmed their way into the next unsuspecting person's life. It's a cycle of dependency, manipulation, and exploitation. A parasitic lifestyle isn't just about freeloading, though. It's about power and control, about taking without giving and leaving their host drained. And that's the psychopath's game. So be wary of those who only take and never give. Enjoying the video? Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. It's a small act, but it does wonders in supporting our channel. It also ensures you won't miss out on our future content. Now back to our regularly scheduled programming. Ever met someone who seems to get away with everything? Well, hold on to your hats, folks, because we've entered the realm of criminal versatility. This trait is the psychopath's secret weapon, their ace in the hole, if you will. They're the ones who are always bending the rules, finding loopholes, and making their own playbook. Imagine this: a person who never seems to receive a parking ticket, despite always parking in the wrong spot. Or how about that friend who never pays for a movie ticket because they've got a knack for sneaking into the cinema? These might seem like small offences, but they're indicative of a larger pattern. This is the psychopath's ability to adapt their behaviour to their environment, always staying one step ahead of the law. It's like they're playing a game of chess while the rest of us are stuck playing checkers, so keep an eye out for those rule benders. Ever wonder why some people never seem to sweat? It's like they're playing a high-stakes poker game and their face reveals nothing. This is a classic trait of a psychopath, being cool under pressure. Let's dive into it. Imagine being in a pressure cooker situation, let's say final round of a poker tournament. Most of us would be a bundle of nerves, right? But not Mr. Psychopath. He's as cool as a cucumber, his poker face unflinching, his demeanor calm. It's as if the pressure simply doesn't affect him. Why is that? Well, psychopaths have an uncanny ability to remain unfazed in stressful situations. They can suppress their emotions, keeping their heart rate steady, their palms dry. It's like they're immune to the nervous jitters that the rest of us feel. But remember, this isn't necessarily a good thing. It's a sign of emotional detachment, a lack of normal human responses to stress. So, if you're always calm, cool, and collected, you might just be a psychopath. Well, there you have it, folks. The fascinating world of psychopathy. We've traversed the lack of empathy, dipped our toes in superficial charm, climbed the mountain of grandiosity, and navigated the labyrinth of manipulative behavior. We've even braved the storm of impulsivity, peered into the void of remorselessness, and dared to observe the shallowness of emotions. And let's not forget the parasitic lifestyle, criminal versatility, and being cool under pressure. Remember, it's not bad if you share a trait or two with a psychopath. It's when you've got them all that you should start to worry. Thanks for joining us today. It's been a fascinating dive into the intriguing world of psychopathy. We hope you found it as enlightening as we did. Remember, knowledge is power. Until next time, stay curious.
Savoured this video? Fancy another? Click the on-screen video for an even deeper dive into fresh territory. Your support is like a warm cuppa on a brisk day. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe, ring that bell for the latest content. Cheers for watching.